Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the fastest way to monetize AI skill demand in the GCC markets. Thank you for joining us today. We are excited to have professionals, consultants, and business leaders from across regions who are looking to understand where the real AI opportunities are in the GCC and how to capitalize on them quickly. Before we begin, feel free to drop your location and role in the chat. It's always great to know who's with us today and from where. Moving on, let's discuss a bit about the topic. AI adoption in GCC is no longer at the exploration stage. Enterprises and governments are investing heavily, but they're looking for ready to deploy skills, proven expertise, and measurable outcomes. Today's webinar will be a practical, insight driven session, so I encourage you to stay till the end and drop in your questions, doubts, suggestions, feedbacks in the chat with us. Now, coming to today's speaker, we are joined by experts who have been closely working with AI adoption, enterprise transformation, and market aligned skill development. First, we have Nasima Akram, Vice President of Strategic Business Partnerships for the Middle East. With over 25 years in training and development, a $1 million club achiever at New Horizons, she is renowned for building powerful partnerships, driving market growth, and delivering results in fast changing digital technology sectors. Known for her unmatched account management skills and passion for helping clients succeed, Nasima brings both expertise and energy to every initiative she leads. Next, we have Afreen Hashmi, a senior account manager at AI CERTs. With a dynamic background in driving B2B growth, Afreen has proven a track record in leading the high performing teams and closing the high stake deals. She is specialized in understanding the client needs, delivering the tailored solutions that align with their strategic objectives. At AI CERTs, of offering plays an important role in an expanding the organization's reach in impact, ensuring that the client receives exceptional service and value. Her expertise in the account management and client relations make her truly valuable asset to them. With further ado, I'd like to invite Nasima and Afreen to kick off the session.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the introduction. And thank you to everybody, firstly, for joining us today. I'm really excited to be talking about AI and AI certs and the GCC Middle Eastern countries and the growth in AI that's happening so fast. And this is why it's so important that everybody is adopting AI. And if you're a training provider, academic, etc., you're offering certifications relevant for job roles in that industry. So, Afreen, if you could please move to the next slide so I can kind of go through what we're going to talk about today, that'd be fantastic.
Absolutely. Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for joining this session. Over to you, Nasima. So, I hope you're able to see my screen.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, yeah, if you could go to the next slide, please. So, thank you very much, everybody, again for joining us. So today is focusing on the GCC and why it's so important, as I mentioned, to talk about AI. I think going into 2026 now, we know that literally most visions that most countries have are by 2030. So we're literally 4 years away now from the government mandatory requirements for people to be upskilled in AI. So if you think about it, it's not very long left. So just focusing a bit on some of the countries, what they're doing. Most of us know, obviously, with the UAE, there's the AI 2031 strategy. So a lot of the governments within the government within the UAE again are making it mandatory for people to have basic AI skills in every single job role, in every single industry. They are investing a lot of money. This, invested over $200 billion in AI infrastructure and talent development. So the governments are now making it kind of mandatory, not only in for corporates, but also within academia for universities to have relevant skills when they come out of university, students to have an international credible certification. So this is why it's really exciting. The drivers are the policy makers, the policy mandate. So corporate and L&D are now really opening up their budgets to make sure that this is happening in every industry, and AI is relevant to every single industry. Saudi Arabia, again, we all know that Saudi is doing a lot. We've got the projects like the Humane Project, which the Prince himself signed not so long ago. They invested $600 billion in AI, and they want to be the forefront of technology. Saudi also have SDAIA, the Saudi Data and AI Authority, which is also pushing AI adoption for every single person who is in the KSA. Every single person that lives in Saudi is now being offered AI solutions or AI upskilling options. And then why the GCC? Obviously, every single country, whether you're in Egypt, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Bahrain, everybody has some sort of roadmap. Egypt has an AI roadmap for 2025 to 2030, committing to AI skilled workforce. There's lots of government tenders out there for lots of different countries. So we can see that every single government, I mean, in a nutshell, is doing something. Why? Because this is really important now. This is the time to be doing something when it comes to upskilling with AI. So if you are a training provider or you are a consultant or academic, it's really important that you start now thinking about, if you haven't already, and I'm sure most of you already have, how you're going to find certifications that you can adopt in your market. Thank you. Free next screen, please. So the strategic drivers behind APAC Asia expansion as well as Middle Eastern expansion is basically, as you know, there's a massive gap between the demand and the supply. So there's a massive shortage in talent. So less than 40% of GCC organizations feel their teams have AI skills ready to be deployed. So what are the implications of that? There's urgent reskilling required. Okay. So what is the opportunity? So the opportunity is that if, again, you're a training provider, academia, association, working with AI CERTs, there's the opportunity of high margin training contracts, which we'll discuss a bit later, and what they are. There's enterprise momentum. For example, there's 75% of GCC companies want Gen AI integrated by 2026. Where are we now in 2026? When we talk about it before, it's crazy because, we were probably talking about this a few years ago and it seemed, a distance away. We're actually there. We're in 2026 now. Corporates and L&D are investing a lot. They have budgets for training, specifically in AI and emerging technologies. So again, there's massive opportunities there. What I mentioned earlier, government mandates, the UAE have their own Ministry of AI now, every government has like a department for AI because they want to make sure that not only the infrastructure is there, but then people are there to be able to do those jobs. They are skilled in AI to be able to understand AI, whether it's at a basic level or a technical level, so they can deploy, whatever's required in their job role. You can read there. I won't go through each country, but yeah, you can reach there what other countries are doing, and university partnerships as well. So we're also seeing a big increase in academia, because again, governments are making it mandatory for people to now, for universities, not only for their lecturers or teachers, but also for the students to all be able to, not only when you're teaching a class, know how to deploy AI, but also when you're a student to come out with an international credible certification. So not only theory based, but a skill that you're able to then pass on into a job role, which will make their life easier as well as having a certification. Next slide, please, Afrin. Thank you. So, you know, what is desperate times now for AI trained talent, right? So the problem, as we mentioned, lack of skills. 60% lack AI skills, 97% dissatisfied with training quality, 97% rate universities, as job unready. So what does this actually mean? This means that people are either doing some sort of training, but it's kind of consultancy or it's not a certified training. The other big area, which is really important, is not just doing a course, but it's actually having a certification, sitting an exam and then doing the course and being able to show your skills that you have not only passed the international credible certification, but you're able to do a job role after that. So that is really important. Why is that important? Because, there's a lack of AI skills. Um, and it's really important that these people understand how to use those AI skills. So the AI market, is it ready? The talent isn't. So that's the opportunity. So that's the skills gap that we have. We still don't have enough people who are trained or skilled or certified in AI to be able to do those job roles. So there's a massive shortage. Again, if you look at the GCC, 78% enterprise, there's a talent gap. That's a very large gap. So 250,000 plus workers need reskilling. And even if you think about all the people that use AI, for example, ChatGPT, majority of people, when they're using generative AI tools or any AI tool, they're not using it to its full potential. Um, there's still a big gap in the understanding of people. They use it at a basic level, but the power of those tools are amazing. And if they know how to use them correctly, they would be able to do their job roles much more quicker, much more efficiently. And this is what companies are looking for. So what's the implication? There needs a large, urgent upscale of training demand across the region. So it doesn't matter which country you're in, everybody needs, training in every single country. There's also not only, I think it's not about just training, just everybody in an organization needs training, but I think the biggest area also is in leadership. Leadership need to understand how to adopt AI, how to deploy AI. So the CEO level adoption. So not only do they need to adopt it and understand AI and how they're going to incorporate it into their organization and correctly implement AI, because that is another very big area. It's not just about understanding AI, how you're implementing projects, because if that fails, you're investing a lot of money and you're not doing it correctly. And this is where a lot of companies are falling over because they're not understanding the basics of AI and what's required when it comes to implementation of massive projects. So then, skills transformation is required across the GCC. Next screen, Afreen, please. So what learners, enterprise, governments demand from training? Again, what I mentioned, certification, especially in the Middle East, certification is really important. It's not just about doing a course, attending a course and getting a certificate. It's actually about getting a globally recognized international certification, which apply to ISO standards, not just some random badge. They're vendor aligned with industry standard platforms. This is really important. It's portable across employees and regions, and there's stackable certification. And where we're seeing the growth is obviously AI has been growing for the last few years, but where we're actually seeing the growth is in role-based solutions for AI. Why? Because every role is important. In a company, everybody wants to make every single person efficient. So role-based AI is becoming the big thing now. Why it matters? Because learners won't enroll on unrecognized credentials. People want something that's, you've seen. Enterprises won't hire based internal certificates. So they want somebody, again, when people are hiring, they want people with international certificates and meeting certain standards. So verified digital credentials. So again, a lot of people can copy certifications and certificates. So our certificates do come in the blockchain. Again, we'll kind of talk about it a bit later. So people can't copy. It is kind of verifying the student has done the exam. Digital transcripts, which are instantly available for the employer. Our credentials are stackable and transferable across employers and regions. which again we will talk about in detail as we move forward. So why it matters, again, credentials are important, international credible credentials are important, having certification and certification maps, roadmaps are important. So as with our company, we do work very closely with our partners to make sure that you are following, and we will work with you if there's any customization required as well. What's also important, practical tool-based skills. It's no point having a theory-based course and just reading through it. You're not actually learning anything. So hands-on courses are really important. Hands-on with labs and real AI tools, how to use tools like ChatGPT, Claude. There's so many different tools out there now. We are vendor aligned, which means that we don't focus on one specific tool, but look at lots of different tools. Um, Again, why it matters, because enterprise demands job-ready professionals, not just certified people who understand theory, but people who can apply the skills that they've learned. Learners also want to build a portfolio of international credible certifications because obviously it's good for them and for when they move on in their careers as well. And to have hands-on labs also proves their capability, shows that they have got the skills to do a job role. And this is what our certification are all about, how to get somebody ready for a career, a job, whether it's they're working for an industry or they're working, wherever they're working, they need to know how to do things, even if it's for personal use as well. We have flexible learning delivery. We have basically certifications that you can offer as instructor-led. We also have certifications that you can offer self-paced as e-learning. If it's a big corporate, you can offer hybrid models. When we get to our portfolio, you'll see because there's so many different certifications. We do have some language options as well for different languages in certain certifications. Our courses do fit around different work schedules and they're accessible across different time zones and work commitments. Thank you, Afreen. So the GCC AI training reality, what nobody talks about. So content updates outpace you. The biggest thing with AI, and you'll probably realize this, is, a couple of years ago, we were talking about ChatGPT and generative AI. It's moving so fast. AI is moving every couple of weeks, I would say something new has happened. Now, we're talking about agentic AI. We're talking about vibe coding. There's so many new things that are happening in AI and it's moving so fast. So if you're an organization and you're providing content or a training provider who writes their own content, unless you are somebody who's invested in that kind of area, you're going to spend a lot of work on AI frameworks, tools, learning management systems. These need to be updated every 8 to 12 weeks because of the pace AI is moving. And the cost to a company to do that, could be easily over 200K annual just maintaining a curriculum. So the problem is you build the content in, for example, quarter 1, it's outdated by quarter 3. That's how fast AI is moving, and it costs a lot of money to do that. Also, multi-language support. It's also hard to keep up with different languages, to have the correct translation. When it comes to technology, translation is quite difficult because to get the correct wording, etc. So it's kind of a difficult thing unless that's what you're doing. Again, the cost is very high. Thank you, Afrin. So again, enterprise buyers demand vendor-aligned credentials. So a lot of corporates are now requesting international certification, not just internal workshops that are kind of consultancy type of thing, but there's no certification at the end of it. Um, the cost again is above $100,000. If you're doing that with other vendor partnerships, and there's high barriers and entry competing disadvantage. So building credible certifications requires vendor partnerships with Microsoft, Google, OpenAI. So if that's more talking about specific tools, I think the difference with AI certs certifications, and if you're kind of looking at Microsoft or Google or IBM or Cisco, is they are a vendor, so they have AI solutions for their own tools that they use within those kind of back office products. With AI certs, we focus on lots of different tools, whether it's Microsoft, so we look at Copilot, we look at Gemini, etc. We look at lots of different chat GPT. We look at different platforms that you can use. So it doesn't matter what kind of back-end experience you have, it will be basically relevant for everyone. So that's the kind of beauty of AI sets is relevant for everyone. Um, Also, how do you establish that partnership? We would basically obviously work with you so you don't have to go through kind of legal negotiation and other compliance stuff. Without partnerships, you lose enterprise contracts because a lot of government and corporates are looking for international certifications. And again, as I mentioned, the vendor aligned part of it, we are a vendor aligned solution, so that kind of is relevant for everybody. So you know that your team is all so corporates, they already, it's difficult for them to kind of keep up with everything that's going on and how fast it's moving. Thank you, Afrin. So speed to market is critical. Okay. So what's really important is how quickly can you bring the certifications to market? When you're working, by yourself, that could take a lot of time and money, whereas AI certs have ready-made solutions for you, which in a bit I'll pass it on to Afreen, who will go through that and show you the options for that. So I'm going to pass it on to Afreen, and she's going to go through a bit more about the content and what certifications we have. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Nasima. Firstly, everyone, Happy New Year. I mean, we are in 2026, so I wish everyone a very, very happy New Year. So I'm sure all of us, this is our first webinar in 2026, I'm sure. So thank you for joining, and thank you, Nasima, for walking our guests through the comprehensive demand that we see in the GCC region for AI upskilling and the kind of initiatives that the ministry is undertaking, the funding that we see not just on a ministry and a government level, but also from an L&D corporate upskilling, internal employee workforce upskilling level. And we see that there's a huge gold mine of an opportunity that we can, cater to. And we here at AI CERTs are looking at collaborations across the globe. So we are a globally recognized certification body based in US. So we're here again, like Nasima said, I'm here to walk you through how you can launch a full-scale AI certification training portfolio, not in months or years, but in just weeks, with zero content creation, zero updation, a complete plug and play market ready product, right? So moving on to the next slide. So if you had to build your own in-house AI training or certification program. Of course, we here are saving that for you where you don't have to reinvent the wheel. If you had to do that for yourself, it would ideally take a timeline of 6 to 12 months. There's a risk associated where your content can become outdated, as Nasima mentioned just a couple minutes ago, that how in the field of AI we need to keep our learners, our content relevant and current, based and updated, of course, based on the latest technological trends, market trends that's happening out there in the AI world. So there's always a risk of the content getting outdated. The market is, especially in the field of artificial intelligence, the market is moving so fast. There is huge competition out there, and that is the biggest risk. So the more time we take to get into this market, the more we are losing out on the opportunity. So that's where we are again here to help you out in reducing your risk, your timeline, your costs, your manpower, your resources with a complete, like I said, market ready product where we have a team of subject matter experts, industry experts, AI experts, tech giants like Microsoft, Cisco, who are part of our certification board, who are developing our content, and we keep continuously updating our content in compliance with ISO 17024 standards, like Nasima mentioned. Again, so thank you, Nasima, for doing half of my task
You're
and for
welcome.
making it easy for me. So as you as I mentioned, what are we here to discuss? That how can you launch a market-ready product in just weeks? How we can assist you in onboarding, in a complete end-to-end hand-holding onboarding support, where you can launch in-demand AI training programs, which right now is the demand for in the GCC region, with absolutely minimal or no cost associated and minimal or no risk associated, right? So let me just quickly move on. As you can see, we are currently on your right hand side of the slide, you can see the current learners that we have enrolled that shows the kind of visibility and the demand that there is for AI upskilling in the market out there, specifically in the GCC region. You know, Nasima mentioned about every country out there is looking for AI upskilling. So we have over 500 plus AI certified instructors and trainers who can assist our training partners for their instructor-led training deliveries. We have over 50 plus certifications currently, a huge portfolio of certifications to offer, catering to both a technical and a non-technical audience, because we believe AI is for everyone. And we are currently operating in a global network over 40 plus countries and have over 170 plus global training partners across the globe, right? So that's the kind of expansion that we've seen, not just in the field of AI, internally as well, in the kind of partnerships that we've been able to grasp in 2025, and looking forward to, a huge and a successful partnership uh, journey in 2026 as well. So moving on. Right. So, how are we here to help? What do we have to offer? We give you the complete market ready product in the form of content. The ready to use content is available, which is continuously updated. We also give the certification exam, which adds more credibility to the entire training process itself. It's a validation or a proof of one's, AI upskilling. And of course, complete go-to marketing strategy in a complete partnership framework. So our partnership includes basically end-to-end support, where you have a ready-made updated content with a certification exam to back it up with an industry validated, globally recognized certification or credential for your customers to leverage, and a complete go-to marketing strategy and end-to-end support, especially in the GCC regions. We assist you, look at us as your extended team for RFP proposals, for like Nasima spoke about, Arabic content creation, so that we can localize it for the audience to make it more accessible for them, right? So the content is always updated. We have over 50 plus courses. There's a huge demand in the GCC region, which we can tap into. All of our certifications are completely vendor aligned. The knowledge that you will learn can be applied across any vendor platform or ecosystem. So, not restricting our certifications to any one specific vendor, platform or tool, right? And multiple language support, full Arabic content creation available, especially where you're looking for fundings from the ministries, where we see the Saudi Vision 2030 coming up, Oman, Qatar, Kuwait, you name it, whole of the GCC region, UAE is on. If we feel that AI upskilling is now an option, uh, I'm really sorry to say it's not an option anymore, but it is a necessity right now. That's how I look at it, because I have been into this market for over a year now, and with the discussions, with the kind of growth that I've seen, I mean, it is growing as we speak. And this is the right time, what I would say, to tap into this gold mine of an opportunity in terms of capturing the AI training and certification space and market. Of course, we give you the content, we give you the certification exam, which adds credibility to the entire training, to the entire upskilling process. A complete go-to-market support, a dedicated resource from AI CERTs will be dedicated to each partner in the form of a dedicated partner success manager, a partner marketing manager who will assist your sales team, enable them, train your trainers, enable all of your, sit with your marketing teams and help you with localized GTM strategies, promote, do a lot of co-branded joint marketing events, online webinars, so that we can promote you as our go-to partners in the region for AI trainings and certifications. So complete end-to-end support will be given to ensure that our partners succeed. And right now, I think it's the right time. We've just entered 2026, right, Nasima? So, where there is going to be fresh budgets coming in for the year, corporates are going to assign new budgets for their teams. Then the governments are going to invest heavily for their this year's budgets. So this is the right time where we can work together, shake hands, and of course tap into this gold. Like I keep saying, a gold mine of an opportunity. So this is one of my
Absolutely.
favorite. Absolutely, yes, Nasima. Please share your thoughts.
Yeah, so
Right,
I was just going to say this is my favorite slide. This is
right.
our AI certs, and I know it says we've got 50 plus. We've actually got 62 plus certifications to date now. We are growing very rapidly with AI growing very quickly. And I'll let Afreen go through the different areas that we focus on. But we just to kind of give you an idea, we have the basics of AI. Everybody needs to understand the basics of AI, which Afreen will go through. But we've just added a new course called Vibe Coding, and I mentioned how AI is moving so quickly. This is a new area in AI, which is really interesting and exciting. Then we've got agent, a lot of course here on agent builder. We've just added as well to do with agents. Where I think it's really exciting when it comes to AI certs is we're looking at role-based solution for every single role. So how we're kind of separating this is we're looking at 10 kind of practical industries, the most popular industries, and then focusing down on at least 10 certifications across those that industry. We're covering business, blockchain, L&D, education, 7 different areas, which I'm going to pass it on to Afreen to talk about. But yeah, this is really exciting. You've got all these certifications ready with exams, with labs, for you to offer to your corporates, to your customers, to your students if you're academic. Back to you, Afreen. Sorry, you can go through that. Otherwise, I'll talk a lot.
Absolutely not. Thank you for doing that. So, like Nasima said, I think she covered everything that's there on the slide. But just to add on a few more points, so we basically believe AI is for everyone, and it's not just limited to Chat GPT that we all feel. You know, the highlight of these certifications, like Nasima said rightfully, is that they're role based. So they're not generic. They're focused. They're very specialized, focusing on a specific job role, a specific functionality, a specific industry, and how can you leverage ethically the power of artificial intelligence in that specific role? And how can you increase your efficiency and productivity in that role by saving a lot of time by using AI? So that's what these certifications focus on, right? And feel free to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy, our team, to assist you in walking you through the partnership opportunity in detail, right? On everything that we may not be able to cover in this session today. But as you can see, we cater to both the technical as well as the non-technical audience. So we have two categories. That's the professional that you see on your left-hand side, and on your right-hand side, it's all the technical courses. So very simple, one tailored for IT professionals, technical individuals who have all of that programming and coding expertise. And the left-hand side is all for the business professionals, like say sales, marketing, HR, L&D. Nasima named so many, and we have more. I could go on and on, but then that would require an additional 1 hour for me to go ahead and list all of the 60 plus certifications. So we'll be more than happy to share the portfolio with you later. But yes, we have something that you can offer for a B2B audience, right? A B2G audience, an academic institution. You can offer it to an individual level, a student, a working professional, someone who is completely a beginner in the field of AI, someone who's completely proficient in the field of AI. So we can cater to anyone from any age group, any skill AI skills set or skill level, and we can bundle this and complement this with your existing training programs as a value add, right? So that's the beauty of these certifications, that they're completely role focused. And of course,
And
these are
just
micro. Yeah,
sorry, if you could go back a second, Afreen. Also, I think the interesting thing with our certifications is, as I mentioned, we do have a agentic AI agent AI module in every single certification.
absolutely.
Although we have brought out new certifications which are specifically on agent, and you can see in the essential we've got AI plus agent builder. But then if you're a lawyer, we've got a legal agent. If you're in financial, we've got a finance agent. So we are building certain agent modules as well, but every single course there's already cover that as well. And the other great thing is our certifications are stackable. What that means is you might have for example, somebody in HR who needs more than one course. We have AI plus HR, but then we also have, AI plus everyone, AI plus ethics, because ethically using AI in the correct manner is so important. So we have lots of certifications we can actually add on. And then on the technical side, we do focus a lot on security because AI and security is massive. And if you're an engineer or somebody who's working in a data analyst, etc., we do have certifications that are going to show you how to correctly implement massive projects that you're working on. So there are a lot of certification, and we can discuss and show you if you're interested further, the details of each of those certifications. They are in depth, and we can send the information to you later on if that's of interest. Sorry, Afreen, I'll let you move on.
Absolutely, and not. Please don't apologize. That was a great point that you shared that I missed actually. So we are still, if we're still wondering whether AI is here, again, I love to apologize and say sorry. We are now moved into AI agentic era. We're now moving on a step ahead from AI tools and platforms. Companies and corporates and individuals have started adopting AI agents, right? So we are developing a lot of AI agentic certification suits that's going to come up soon. We already have a few that's listed there. And of course, we have the optional AI agentic module for every course that you see listed in both the categories. So thank you for sharing that helpful information, Nasima. And of course, multiple language support. All of the curriculum, the updated content that we have, we've divided it into four modes of learning. So depending on the preference of the learner, they can choose to watch videos, they can choose to read the ebooks, they can choose to listen to the podcast and the audiobooks. For now, we have multiple language support in Spanish, English, French, Arabic, but we have the videos, the exams, and the AI mentor, which is available in multiple languages, right? So you can see on the screen, these are the languages that we are currently working and developing on because we do understand that we are catering to a global audience and there is a need for localization to make our content, though it is international and globalized, but also region specific and localized for our audiences, right? Okay. Uh, Great. All right. So moving on to our partner ecosystem. So depending on your business model and depending on what kind of partner you want to be, we have different kind of partnership opportunities and models for you available here at AI Certs. So of course, the first one, as you can see, is an authorized training partnership opportunity. This is specifically the target audience would be, or the relevant audience would be anyone who's into consulting and training, a training institute, an edtech platform, maybe anyone who's into skill or professional development or academics, into workshops, training workshops, boot camps. These are the ideal audience who could become a part of the AI Certs authorized training partner ecosystem or network, right? So you would be authorized to deliver the instructor-led as well as the self-paced e-learning programs on our certifications to your audience without having to develop your own in-house AI training programs with a certification and having to leverage a lot of time, resources, cost, manpower, right? So we have a plug and play market ready product available with updates for you with no risk. You can just start off the partnership in weeks, like I mentioned previously as well. Now, moving on to the second kind of partnership, we have the Academic Alliance Partnership. Now, this is specifically where AI CERTs collaborates with educational institutions like universities, colleges, schools, vocational institutions, and higher educational institutes, wherein we want to make these certifications accessible to students, to educators, and so that educators can start leveraging AI in their classroom, in their teaching practices, as well as students can, so that we can make them job ready, future ready, and they have a certification, a validation, which they can use for internships, placements, for career opportunities, etc. Right? That's the second kind of partnership that we are associated with. If you are registered as an academic institution, feel free to reach out to us for an academic partnership opportunity that we have to offer. Moving on to the third kind of partnership ecosystem, we have the association. So if you are part of a member association, a chamber, federation, kind of an organization, and you want to provide our courses as an upskilling opportunity for your members, something as part of the membership fee that you charge them for, you could reach out to us for association partnerships, right? And moving on to the last kind of partnerships, this is best for, like, say, you're a startup, you're, very new into the market, you still don't have in-house trainers of your own, or you have a great, you're an influencer, you have a great network, huge network, or a great social media presence. You don't want to take care of the entire customer operations or deliverables. You just want to earn referrals out of a commission out of the referrals. So the affiliate partnership model is the perfect partnership opportunity for you, where you promote our courses on your channels, your social media handles, and on in your community, maybe WhatsApp groups, maybe in your network, basically. And you have a tracked affiliate link. Anyone where you've promoted and uses your link to purchase an e-learning course from us, you get, an agreed upon commission or revenue uh, on that particular sale that has happened based on your promotions through your network, right? So this is the various kind of partner ecosystems that we have to offer depending on the kind of business model that you cater to, right? Perfect. Now, let me again pass the floor open to Nasima on how you, as partners, can actually make this a win-win opportunity where you just need to plug, promote, and start delivering the AI trainings with certifications and open an additional profit and revenue opportunity for you. So over to you, Nasima.
Thank you so much, Afreen, for explaining the partnership model, which is how we work. And it's really important for you guys to understand the different partnership models we have. So how does it actually work? Plug in everything ready for you. So this is the beauty of AI certs. You don't have to do anything. We support you with the certification, the content, the labs, the exams, everything. So you get the curriculum and the content. It's all ready to use, full courseware. So remember, we said you've got two means of offering that, either as instructor-led training or as e-learning. So you've got both those modes. You don't have to build anything. We build everything. We update everything regularly, and it's industry aligned as a certification body. As Afreen mentioned earlier, we are aligned with ISO 20. I've forgotten the number now, but one of the ISO standards, and to make sure that we are a international credible certification body. So our curriculum is vendor aligned again, which means that anybody can use it. It doesn't matter what background you're from. We've got the ISO standards, it's globally recognized, and we have stackable micro credentials with assessments. Then we have the technology stack as well on the technical side. We also support with integration as well. So if you wanted it through your LMS or you wanted to know how to do that, we can help you with that. Our labs are cloud-based AI labs environment, so you don't need any hardware or any other setup requirements. It's all done. It is hosted through our LMS learning management system, where the students will get access to the content. Student get access to the content for 12 months, and the exam is valid for 12 months. Um, and on our portal, which Afreen touched on earlier, you've got different modes of using our self-paced learning. There is also an AI mentor on that as well. So even after the course, if you run it instructor-led or self-paced learning, the AI and mentor will support the student if they've got any specific questions on that course. If you're offering instructor-led training, you're an authorized training provider or a academic, and you want to host the certifications yourself, fantastic. This is what we want you to do. We have a train the trainer program, which is very good because it's all complementary to our partners. So your instructors can certify in every single certification that we have if they want to and sit the exam. On passing the exam, they are able to deliver the training to your customers. So you can deliver to your customers. So we do have a very comprehensive train the trainer program, and this trainer will get access to the portal, instructor portal, which also has resources for them, including the presentation and lots of other resources that they will need. We also support the instructor. We also offer virtual live sessions for our trainers as well, so that they can understand the content and be able to deliver it themselves. Thank you, Afreen. So the other part is, as a partner, you will get access to our ATP portal, which is really amazing and useful for you as a partner, because it will also give you all the marketing assets that you need, all the marketing collateral that you need is already ready made for you, including outlines, course content. We have something called battle cards, which is for your internal teams. So if there's anything that the salesperson doesn't understand, it'll help them with that. With every single course, we have all these resources. We have email campaigns that you can use, social media assets that you can use. We also help host webinars for our customers, so we can work with you and also host webinars, etc., to make sure you get that intake for AI certs. So with all our partners, we do work very closely with you, because ultimately, if you're successful, we are going to be successful. So this is really important. So we work closely with you, and the partners that work closely with to be very successful. And we do put a lot of effort into our partners. What does the learner outcome? So we do have the LMS, for example, for the students as well. So you can see a dashboard. You also do enrollments and stuff, so you can track everything as well. So we've got flexible revenue models. So again, you can do instructor-led. If you've got a platform, you can use the self-paced learning option as well, e-learning option, and offer that. So you can do hybrid models, because if you're working with a big corporate, they might need the basic understanding, which they might do as e-learning, but then the more specific courses, when it comes to specializations, they might choose to do that instructor-led. So you've got both options there. As a partner, depending on what country you're based in, we do have tiered pricing, which you will get discounts. So obviously you will make a profit. You will be buying the certification from us, which includes the content, labs, exams, etc. And then if you've got your instructor, you will be delivering that course, just like you would deliver a Microsoft or a CompTIA course, for example, you would deliver in the same manner. It's very easily scalable. So if you've got a corporate who has a massive demand, because we cover every single job role in a company. So when you're going to a company, a corporate, any industry, you can say we have a role, a certification for everybody, whether it's basic generic understanding, whether they need to understand prompt engineering, agents, or they need specialization in their job role. We have got a certification for everyone, so you can scale that very quickly because they're already available ready. And we're also already, at the moment, we have 62 plus certifications. I think by in the next 6 months to a year, we'll have over 100. That's how quickly we're moving with how quickly AI is moving. You do have a competitive advantage, especially at the moment. The Middle East is a new region for us. as you all probably know, globally, the Middle East is moving the fastest compared to the US or Europe. So if you become a partner at this kind of time, it's the best time to become a partner because one, there's a handful of partners which are growing every day in the region because we're starting to kind of explore the region now. But this is a great time for you to all kind of become partners. And this is a time where the demand is everybody needs AI. So it's not just about becoming a partner. The whole point of becoming a partner is the demand is there for your customers that need the trade. You've got a competitive edge there, an advantage. Thank you, Afrin. Next one, please. So I'm going to pass it back to you so you can go over the partner portal, please. Thank you.
Absolutely. So, like Nasmia said, you have complete access. It's a complete plug, play, promote, and then a profit partnership opportunity. So, the partner portal is your portal access as a partner where you will be given access to this platform and complete training on how to navigate and access all the resources that are available here for you as partners. So, here is the portal where you have complete command over your learners. So, it's your complete learner management dashboard. So, you have the access to a full course catalog, you have the resource library that's available within the partner portal. So, like Nasima said, it's the ready-made marketing and documents, course documents are available on the partner portal. So you have access to the full course catalog. You can manage your certifications, your exams and renewals from this portal. You can track every learner's progress, you know, whether they've after the training, if you've offered an instructor-led training or have enrolled them in a self-paced, have they taken an exam, have they passed, got certified? You can use ready-made co-branded marketing assets that are available and monitor your revenue and your payouts from this one platform, right? So it's your one-stop solution as a partner, your partner portal, and you will be provided complete training and support on how to navigate on this portal. So now moving on, this is your basic roadmap on how you become a high performing partner and how we can capture the AI training and certification space. Of course, your first stage would be choose which AI certs programs synergize with your current training programs or is relevant to your clients or customer base. Select from a whole suite of certifications available for both technical and non-technical audience. And right, like Nasima said, we have over 60 plus certifications, all role-based to offer. Tailored for for GCC region, we offer Arabic content as well and can cater to government and RFP demands. Of course, so first thing is choose your program that suits you best as a partner that you can offer to your customers. Stage two, very simple. If you want the content to be localized or to be offered in multiple languages, you want to deliver that in Arabic, English, we can offer that support as well. Of course, seamless end-to-end onboarding support is given where we help you with technical integration support to list these courses on your website for your customers' visibility. You will have a dedicated account success manager to ensure you are generating business in the partnership. Of course, you will have complete co-branded marketing support, an LMS 12 months access with updates with exam platform for your learners to access the course, including the exam. We give you the proctoring tool for the online examination, the cloud labs, so you don't need to invest anything additional in terms of setting up physical labs for the practical learning. You don't need to outsource any proctoring tool from a third party vendor like say Mercer Metal for the online proctored examination certification examination. We give you our own in-house developed proctoring and certificate issuance which comes as part of the package. Of course, immediate market support. You can launch into the market with complete co-branded marketing assets, resources, marketing strategies, and of course, we will help you in demand generation, all inbound leads that come to us directly through website traffic. For looking for instructor-led training are routed to our training partners because we do not cater or cannot directly offer instructor-led training on our certifications, right? So that's where the training partners have complete authority and the market space to capture and no direct competition. Moving on, stage five, of course, you deliver your first training session, maybe, or your first, and you do your first enrollments in the self-paced e-learnings. You can offer your clients flexible delivery models so that they can choose depending on their preference and requirement, and maybe work commitments and time commitments. And of course, the last stage would be then you scale more and more. So as and when you start delivering these trainings, you can start off with as low as with one certification maybe, and then expand with and add more and more to your portfolio as and when you get more and more demand for it from your customers, right? So multiple certifications to offer. You can offer this to a B2B, B2B, B2G, B2C level, and of course, even to an academic level. So it's a long-term revenue opportunity for you as a partner, a win-win opportunity, of course, right, with zero cost associated in terms of content creation, in terms of updation, in terms of examination credibility, right, in terms of a globally recognizable credential, and of course, a lot of time is and cost saving. So, yeah, over to you, Nasima, on how, we can future-proof the tomorrow by actually capturing the gold mine of an opportunity today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Afreen. Thank you so much. So some of the reasons why you can partner with AI certs and why it's a big win for you. We have role-based certifications. Globally, there is no other organization that is offering vendor-aligned international credible certifications, which are role-based, and this is where the demand is. And we have training certifications for every single role that you can think about, every industry, and we're working on even more to kind of, if there is any gaps, to kind of cover those as well. So why does it actually matter? Because it's not something generic that just like an intro to AI or intro to ChatGPT, etc. Our courses specifically look at all the different industries. So for example, we have AI plus healthcare, which is the industry. We also have AI plus doctor, AI plus healthcare assistant, AI plus nurse. So why do we have each role, which is so AI is used so differently within each role? The platforms, the use cases are all so different, the way each person uses AI. And this is why role-based certification is really popular and in high demand. So our certifications are built for your role to match the workforce requirements. The advantage to you guys would be their job-ready programs and command premium pricing that you can offer to your customers. They're enterprise ready, they're aligned with what buyers want. Um, so this is what governments are requesting. This is what corporates are requesting. They aligned with our 17024 ISO standards, and they are a vendor aligned certificate. I know we keep using this term vendor aligned, role-based certifications. This is because, excuse me, these are the keywords. This is the key USPs that you have as a partner, that this is what you will be selling. Your advantage is you can close deals faster because everything is ready. As we mentioned throughout the webinar, everything is ready, easy to plug into your existing solutions that you're already providing. It's also academic friendly. Again, academia is a big area. International certifications are being mandatory. So yeah, this is another big area as well. So we do also have help with universities, whether you're doing boot camps, whether you're doing, you want it part of your degree solution, we can work with you to create some roadmaps for the different kind of departments you would have within your academic organization. Next one, please, Apri. So we do have fast updates. We keep to pace with AI evolution, and you've seen that basically with what we've shown you. You can be up and ready. AI changes like literally, every few months, 2, 3 months. So we update our content regularly. If your students already have the content, we will update that content within the 12-month period. Automatically, it would go into their content. So nobody has to do anything. So it's always current, it's not outdated. It's backed by a global ecosystem, just not another course provider. At the moment, we have 500 plus partners globally, vendor partnerships, government alignments, associations, and big platform players in the market that are partners with us. So your advantage is you're not competing alone, you're part of a massive movement, and you can you can have the complete stack of content exams and GTMs. Yeah, thank you. The region is ready, the demand is real, the window is now. So, it's really about action from people like yourselves, whether you're academic, whether you're a consultant, whether you're like a training provider. This is the time now. We've mentioned, government AI strategies are already in play. They want people in every single country in the GCC be upskilled so they're able to do those jobs. There's a massive talent shortage, so people need upskilling, whether you're in a corporate environment or you're a student at a university. The big advantage you have is, there is profit to be made. Basically, you partner with us, you get everything that you need in order to offer the certification. We work closely with you. And yeah, so it's quite simple way of kind of moving forward. You just have to contact us and we can individually discuss with you how our partnerships work depending on who you are. So yeah, it's, I would call it, the AI skills revolution is here. It's already been here. It's just been moving slower rather than quicker. And now very, very fast pace. So it's not a matter of it's actually a matter of catching up. It's actually being there and being able to offer what you need to in the market that's demanding it. So yeah, we're ready. Are you ready is the question. And are you ready to, be successful in this AI revolution? So thank you, everybody. I know we've kind of run over a bit, but if there are any questions, we'd be happy to answer them. So let me know if there's any questions, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Nasima. Thank you, Afreen, for this insightful session. I'm sure the audience was, the audience was getting everything that they wanted to know. We do have two questions. I'll quickly take them up. I won't
Yeah.
take much of the time. Yeah. So the first question is, how fast can we launch AI training programs with AI certs?
Right, so that's a very easy question to
Up,
answer
absolutely.
very
Completely
quickly.
up to you. Yes, how
Yeah,
soon
I
you
mean the
want to
fast,
start,
yeah,
we're ready.
yeah,
Right.
so I mean, basically our solutions already, we're constantly working on our certifications. So if you were to become a partner today, realistically, you can start, delivering within a week if that's how quickly you want to move. We have a very large team that can help you with onboarding. We will help you go through the whole process and, offer it, whether it's on your platform or as a partner, how you do that, we'll go through everything with you. So yeah, I mean, generally it takes about a month if you're going a bit slower pace. But it's, as Afreen said, it's up to you. Everything is ready. It's just how quickly you want to move.
Great. The last question that we have for the evening is, how does AI certs ensure that the training content remains up to date?
Yeah, so we have professionals who are constantly, we have a team of about 500 people who work for AI certs, and our back-end team are constantly looking at our certifications, and every 3 months we update our certification. So we have professionals who are looking into what's kind of happening in the market, what's changing in AI. So as we publish our own certifications, we have our own internal people who will constantly update all the certifications. And then, as we mentioned earlier, if you already have sold, for example, a seat to a student, that content is automatically updated whenever there's any updates that are happening. That will be automatically updated into their curriculum in their self-paced learning.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nasima and Afreen, for sharing your expertise and actionable insights today and answering the questions and doubts that our audience had. And I would like to thank all our participants for joining us today. We hope this session has inspired you to see the AI skill gaps, not just as a challenge, but as a tremendous opportunity for growth and innovation. We have shared a lot of links in the chat box for you to go through and for you to reach out to us. This session recording and the participation certification will be shared with you via email shortly. For more information, you can visit our websites or you can directly reach out to us, though our team would be reaching out to you after some time eventually. So, yeah, that's all. Thank you once again, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
everyone.
everyone.
Happy New Year once again. Looking forward
Take care. Bye
to
bye.
connecting. Bye bye.
Thank you.